All right, guys, so I have a couple updates for you when it comes down to the situation going over with Ukraine and Russia. So the attack, right, we talked about that with my late upload yesterday. So happy that I was able to at least showcase like what was bound to happen right at market open. Very unfortunate news, but just like anything, when anything unfortunate happens, you can either be surprised or you can either be prepared, right? And I think that, for the past week, I've been trying to stay on top of this, and I hope that you guys see that, right? Where I made an oil watch list video, right? I looked into, hey, if Russia does end up attacking Ukraine, what goes up? That was oil and natural gas, right? We saw oil hit over $100 a barrel. Hit $105. It hasn't surpassed $100 a barrel since 2014. That's huge, right? And what's to happen shortly after? Now there's talks about, because of Russia being one of the world's largest producers of oil, it's to talk that now President Biden has an announcement today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure that you're aware of that, because at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you see the market react, it's most likely reacting based off of what it is that he said. Is this something where we're going to tap into our oil reserves to try to outweigh those outrageous prices of oil, right? Because if the price per barrel goes up for oil, that means that gasoline for all of us in the States go up. California, if you think that you're paying a lot, just wait, right? And with that being said, a lot of people have questions right now of what is going on with the market, right? And this is exactly what it is that I want to dive right into. I wanted to use myself as an example. I took a position on Tesla yesterday. I view Tesla to be a cheap stock. My intention is not to sell Tesla anytime soon. I'm not day trading Tesla. I don't need Tesla to recover. That's my intention. I would love to buy more of Tesla as time goes on and as it begins to recover. The whole reason that I only took such a light position in Tesla is just in case something like this were to happen, that I can tolerate it. So again, kind of talking about the thumbnail and the whole purpose of this video. Everyone is freaking out. I just had an amazing live trading session with the Learn Plan Profit Group, and there were some very powerful just messages that were shared. And it's during these uncertain times, it kind of like really puts things into perspective, right? And it's not that you should be scared about what's going on, but it's also to understand that as the market right now is reacting to the news of Russia, invading and attacking Ukraine, what we've seen before, when there's news that's released, when there's earnings, right? Almost in the market, it's a very common practice that any reaction is an overreaction. And right at market open, right? I want to use TQQQ as an example. TQQQ was down like 9% during the pre-market hours. We hit lows of 40.30, right? And right now we're down 4.4%, right? That's still a 7% recovery. So we were down 9 to 10% in the hole. It's insane, right? With that being said, the market recovered quite a bit. Maybe by the time that you're watching this video, I want you to ask yourself a simple question. These are questions that you're probably asking yourself already of like, hey, should I either lock in profits? Should I cut losses? Should I reduce my position size? My simple answer is no for myself. My intention, I want to use again Tesla as an example. My intention was not to day trade Tesla. I didn't go all in into Tesla. I don't have all of my money into Tesla. I went in with a 10% position size, meaning that I have 90% more that I can buy. So I'm not worried about it. But that's not the case for everyone. If your intention is different for the stock that you're trading, if you ask yourself that question, hey, if things do get worse, I do agree that the market most likely did overreact during the pre-market session. It's a very common practice. But can things get worse? Of course. We don't know what Biden's going to say. We don't know if the U.S. is going to get involved. This can influence the market, and things can get worse. So what can we do now to prepare? Just like we prepared with oil prices, just like we prepared and made you guys all aware of what inverse ETFs go up when the markets go down, I want you guys to prepare. Not because I think every beginner trader, is always in the wrong, but it's just understanding that like managing and mitigating risk is part of the game. And I would rather that be done when it's not too late. Do you get what I mean? It's like the market recovered quite a bit or significantly. even with something like Tesla, where like right now I can make a decision where, hey, I only have 12 shares of Tesla. I can reduce it to 6 shares just in case if things get worse, I can feel more comfortable and tolerate that pullback. Do you get what I mean? So do the simple math. I don't know how many shares of whatever stock you're invested in is, but if it drops back to pre-market levels, how would you feel? And if you would feel discouraged, then maybe you should do something about it now as you're on top. But if you do the math and you see that the number doesn't faze you because you understand your intention and you understand that you're only going to buy more later down the road because you did a proper job managing your position size, then guess what? Then you just answer that question for yourself. You don't need to manage your position size because you can tolerate it. That's the magical question. Can you tolerate the pullback? And the answer isn't simple for everyone because they just might not know, right? And that's kind of where we're here to assist you. So I hope that today can kind of put things into perspective where not only do we talk about and give you a quick little update on the overall market, but also put things into perspective of how, if things do get worse, how the actions now can at least prepare your future self. And again, I made a quick comment about President Biden potentially tapping into the oil reserves, right? Right now, price per barrel for oil is super high. We're at 2014 levels. We're at $105 a barrel. If we were to tap into the reserves, then you have to understand that that would act as a negative catalyst for prices per barrel, most likely, right? So please make sure you take that into consideration. I hope things only get better. I hope that we hear nothing but better news. But just in case we don't, I wanted to make sure that we talked about it. It's better to prepare now as we're slightly on top of it than when we're at the absolute bottom. And I hope that you guys agree. And if anything, right, if you're an absolute beginner, if you're brand new to trading, if you feel like you're alone, I have a free Discord. I have a free trading group. It's the first link in the description. The first link down below. You can join. It's free. You can network with thousands of other members all over the United States, all over the world, right? Especially right now during such uncertain times. I think that this is where we come together, not where we bring each other down, not where we point the finger of who's right and who's wrong, but where we try to empower one another to be the best version of ourselves, right? So again, if you want to join our free Discord group, that's going to be that first link down below. And again, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every single day, if you're an absolute beginner, take 2 minutes, click the second link in the description, and we will see you tomorrow at Market Open for my live trading session. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on our green up. Take it easy, team.